guys. Uh, so when I talk about things on here, I think I've talked about this before, but when I watch it back, it's kind of like me talking to me. And sometimes, if there's a problem I have or an idea, sometimes I get an idea from it or like a solution. So I thought that I would talk about a problem I'm having right now, and maybe I will be able to talk myself into a solution or some sort of workaround. Basically, when I started meditating, it was really hard. And for anyone that doesn't know what meditating is, it's basically you sitting there and trying to think about pretty much nothing. You're trying to stay still with your mind. And when you do this, a lot of thoughts will come past, whatever those thoughts are. They kind of pass over like a cloud, and you're supposed to sit there, kind of see it, and kind of move on, right? You're not supposed to just carry on looking at that cloud and having like a chain reaction, you know, like maybe you thought about school, then you thought about homework, and then you thought about like whatever it is, and you sort of chain down, and before you know it, you've been 5 minutes into thought when you should have been staying there without. Last year I got pretty good at meditation, and I got up to about 35 minutes of being able to sit there in meditation. And this year, my goal was to do an hour. I've not come anywhere close to that. So about 6 or 7 months after I did that 35 minutes, I fell back. I kept on getting worse, basically, for some reason. I would end up doing this session where basically I'm seeing these memories and these thoughts that I have, and a new one arises, and I'm like, like I don't know if I remember that, but it seems so real. And I'll be honest, I just got scared. I just stopped. I probably looked at the memory for maybe about 3 or so minutes, and I said, yeah, nah, and I stopped. I didn't meditate after that for quite some time. The only thing I can think of is that it's probably a memory that I've suppressed, and because, in my words, I'm closing all the tabs, right? And I have to go through all these tabs that are open, and every time I see a tab, I'm closing it. And I've come across a tab that I don't really recognize. It's quite a bad memory, and I don't know if it's true. I don't know if I can trust my brain. Your brain can make up a lot of things. Your brain can convince you things are there that are not, convince you that it looks a certain way or not. So I don't know, but I got scared of the memory. I needed to mention that because I feel like I'm opening myself up to a lot of my pain, right, that I experienced when I was younger. It's kind of like me accepting it. But for me to accept it, I kind of need to acknowledge that it was there. For a lot of my life, I wouldn't even realize what I went through was that bad. And then still to this day, I don't think it was, honestly. A lot of people had it way worse. But when I talk to other people about it, they go, oh, that's pretty bad. And that's still quite a hard thing for me to accept. But I'm trying to accept things, accept my life from a point of view that's not my own. And I think in doing so, it's kind of like stirred up a lot of things inside me that like upset me, maybe traumatized me, maybe made me angry. And I remember a time when I got kicked out of my mum's house. I would sofa surf for about a year or so before getting my own place, and I would sleep in a room by myself, and I had one flatmate. He was dead quiet, he really nice, stayed in his room majority of the time. Nothing to be worried about, real good guy. And every day for probably about a year, I'd wake up and my heart would go boom, 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 and I would be like pretty much in sweat. At the time, I didn't realize why I was doing it, but after that year went and passed, it kind of faded. I was pretty much alright. I don't know how long after this, but I was staying at my girlfriend's house at the time, and I woke up to something falling or like a bang, and I had the same feeling again. I woke up and I was like, it was the same thing. It was the same panic. And that's when I realized that what was happening was I was so used to waking up like that a lot of my life, to something going on, to something, even if it wasn't bad, it was something. I think what my body was doing was, when I got to this place where it was safe, it was okay, it was kind of like a detox, I feel, from what I had lived. And that was years ago. That was when I was about 17, 18, that second time. Now we're to present, where I feel like I've buried that feeling. I started meditating again at the start of this month. And I stopped, and I started, and I stopped. And for some reason, every time I meditate, I feel great. But the mornings, for me, when I wake up in the morning, I feel really, really bad. Like, I just feel like everything has been taken away from me. It's like my soul is just being like suffocated. And I'm not having that panic attack. I'm not having that wake up in sweats, heart pounding, none of that. It's just sadness. It's really deep sadness. It get round to maybe about 11 or 12, and I'll be bright as rain, sweet as. I'll get on with the day, and like I'll be fine. No emotions at all when it comes to sadness or just really down. I'll be fine, and I don't know why. I'm trying to relate it to this, but it's completely different, and I don't know. I think from where I'm standing right now, it's kind of me trying to work through something, but it might not even be connected. But I just don't understand it. It's really weird. I've had times where I'm down. I've had times when I'm up, and I know the difference. I know the difference between me feeling down and when I'm feeling down, it's kind of like, okay, it will pass. Like whatever it is, I'll get over it, right? And I can normally see, an end goal or a tunnel at the end. And if I be honest, I don't feel like I've been down that much in my life. Even though I have had really rubbish times, being down is a rare thing. But this is how it feels. Like when I'm in the morning, that's how I feel depressed. I feel like life has been taken away from me. It feels like the worst times in my life. And I can't really understand it, because right now I'm fine. And I'm not just saying that. I genuinely don't feel bad. But as soon as I wake up in the mornings, it's like I'm someone else. It's like I feel like I'm me when I was a kid. Okay. Well, you see, this back and forth with me talking to myself, basically. Well, I think that'll be it today, guys.